And where will she stop? Bull or bear today? Looks like a bear. I'm sorry, bull. What am I saying? Got a bull there. Well, let's see what happens in the morning markets here. It looks like, did the markets even open up yet? I'll take a look here. Hey, what's up? This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals in lovely Lauderdale by the Sea. Got the live Miami cam up here. Look at all those cute little tropical fish. And yes, this is a real live cam. It's down at the Miami underwater live stream. It's called the Coral City Cam. You can watch it yourself. Man, there's just some beautiful tropical fish. You wouldn't think Miami, being such a big port and a big city, would have anything living in their nearby waters, but they really do. Kind of a cool cam. Hope you enjoy it yourself. You can look at it anytime. Hey, what's the quote for the day? Well, I'm going to cheap out and use the Star Trek quote, which is live long and prosper. I don't think any of you guys are going to fault me for telling you to live long and prosper. And as you can tell, I am a Star Trek fan from way back. And that's really the key to life, is living long and prospering. And prospering, what does prospering mean? Prospering means different things to different people. Prospering may mean to some people, getting rich and becoming that millionaire. Prosper to some other people may be all about maintaining their lifestyle, maintaining their style of living, even until the older, their elderly ages, and living long as well, living long and healthy. And what does that have to do with the gold and silver? Well, gold and silver are all about wealth preservation. I've said that for a long time. As long as you can live a long time, as long as you can take care of your body and do the right thing for yourself, you can live a long life. But the biggest thing is prospering, and prosper means different things to different people. Getting rich and getting rich quick is something that you do not buy gold and silver for. What you do buy gold and silver to maintain your wealth, and it's all about, again, wealth preservation. There's an old saying, and I forget exactly how it goes, but you spend the first 40 years of your life making money, you spend the second 40 years of your life trying to keep it, trying to save it, whatever it is. Because the last thing you want to do is live beyond what your age expectation was, live healthy, and I hope you do. I hope you all live a long, healthy life, but the last thing you want to do is live a long, healthy life and be broke at the end of it. So, it really is about wealth preservation, and the one thing that gold and silver has a track record of, it's exactly that, wealth preservation over the long period. And I hope all you folks out there live long and prosper, I think gold and silver will help you do that. Well, as far as prices go, let's see. The market is closed right now. I'm going to take a look and do a quick refresh here. Opens in 1 minute. Oh my gosh, I guess I could talk for 1 minute until see what the opening is. But let's take a look at what they closed at today. New York closed prices right here, 1730, 170. The range today, 1731, 1742. So basically a $10 range. Silver still testing that lower 9 range. Has been for a little while. I just got a sneaking feeling, just because we're close to that 19 range, that the criminals at COMEX are going to try to get it below that $19 mark for a little bit. And it's kind of confounding a little bit, because one thing that I'm pretty certain that we know is that the big shorts out there, the big commercial shorts, their cost, I guess their aggregate cost amongst the 4 to 8 big commercial shorts out there was around the $19 mark. And I believe that they're not sitting on any loss. Maybe they are. Maybe they're still sitting on some losses. I think Ted Butler says they're still looking a combined loss of about $5 billion amongst them. But that's not a lot. That's a drop in the bucket for those guys. But what it really looks like to me is just pure greed, that they're trying to drive this price, much below 19, accumulate as much possible silver they can at those prices, and then just drive the thing right up again. However, Ted Butler believes, and again, we got 1 minute, one minute till it opens. I'm going to do a refresh here. We'll see what it opens at. There's the numbers right now. Ted Butler discusses that he really honestly believes that that the big commercial shorts, the big 4 to 8 commercial shorts, and apparently there's a managed money long in there now, or managed money in the short positions as well. Now, a big one, according to Ted, throws his calculations off a little bit from what he says. Again, that may be Greek to some of you, and sometimes I have to read what he says 3 times to still understand. It's a whole different market, reading COT reports and understanding this kind of stuff. That's why I like Ted Butler. He does it for us. He does it for me, and I pass it along to you as well. So Ted basically says that he believes that that they're going to reduce their short position and that we're going to see a massive big upswing. You know, will it be 25, will it be 27, will it be $30 an ounce? More than likely, you know, unless they go back in and short the markets again and spoof the markets again like they have been, probably not. But Ted believes that that big LME nickel squeeze, that big LME nickel short that almost bankrupted the LME to some degree, or bankrupted that big billionaire steel company in China. Again, they had to call it the trade. Most of you know all about that. Ted believes that the LME, it really kind of frightened some of the big commercial shorts in the COMEX markets, and perhaps he's right. He would know. He's been studying this for decades and decades, and if he's correct, that means they're going to reduce their short positions. And if the big commercials start to reduce their short positions dramatically, you can see an epic rise in the price of silver, and most likely will. But meanwhile, silver, a great bargain at these levels, you know, sub $20 levels. Man, I just didn't expect it. But then again, I've always said never underestimate the thieves at COMEX, you know, the big commercial shorts. And here we are, we're open. 1914, no change, about the same here. In 1734, so not a big, well, what do I expect after the market being open just for a minute? But meanwhile, the overnight markets, if we start to see them drift downward tonight, you know, I'm still thinking we could see a sub $19 day on silver. It's possible, but wow, that provides a great buying opportunity. Let's take a look at, even better for you physical guys out there, let's take a look at the overnight markets, 24-hour spot gold bid. This is it in the green. That's yesterday. Actually, that's Sunday night, and that's Monday, and then, oh, I'm sorry, that's, my apology, that's Friday, and then Sunday night right here, where the markets were kind of sideways in gold, sideways, all kind of just sideways in general with the gold markets. I think gold's pretty much seen down here. You know, I definitely don't see a sub $1,700 gold, but again, I don't want to stick my foot in my mouth because you can never underestimate these thieves, and I don't have a crystal ball either. But no less, I just can't see it, and if they do, it won't stay there long. What is the gold to silver ratio? Let's take a look at that in a moment. Meanwhile, let's just take a see what the silver charts, 24-hour silver charts. Again, sideways with silver, sitting at $19 range, kind of flat right now. If you take a look here, again, $19.10. But I think they're just dying to test that sub $19 level. These fucking crooks at COMEX, and you know, and the further they take it down, it just means you see this bounce right here. We're going to have a slingshot back to the upside that's probably going to be epic and massive, and something that we haven't seen in a long time. Again, unless they add heavily to those short positions, which you know, may not happen. It's very possible we may not see that happen. There's a lot of strange things boiling right now in the markets here, especially in COMEX, the silver markets, all the commodity markets. There's a lot of strange shit going on out there. Let's take a look at the stock market down, everything down across all the darlings of the U.S. economy. Dow Jones, S&P, NASDAQ are down right now. Gold being down a minor amount, you know, 0.5% at that. Oh, I got to do the gold to silver ratio. Let's do that real quick here. I'll use Siri to do that. Let's see if I can do this correctly. 1,734.31 divided by 19.14.
The answer is approximately 90.6118.
Okay, we're still sitting at that 90 to 1 area. Remember last week, or for a week or two, it was in that 95, 93 to 95 to 1 ratio, getting up there. I still think that you know, what's the deal here? Is gold going to, as far as ratios, if you had to guess this week, what do you think the ratio is going to be? Is it going to be 95 to 1, 89 to 1? Do you think gold is going to come down some more and silver come down with it? The ratio will stay the same, 90 to 1? Or do you think they're going to monkey hammer silver down further and gold will stay in this level, which again will increase the ratio up to what, 91, 92, 93, depending on how far they take silver down. But I don't see them gold going up and silver going down at the same time. What I do see happening is gold staying the same and then knocking silver down a little bit more. And again, that ratio just making silver a great buy. Platinum, what a fucking buy at 873. Palladium, I don't understand it, don't care, don't even, the gyrations and the movement up and down, as it just tells me what a screwy, weird market that is. Let's go into gata.org right now. A couple good articles here I recommend. I hope this is on your bookmark bar. You should be reading this once a week. I don't want to call it homework, but I do want to call it suggested reading. I've been doing this a long time, and a lot of the articles I point out to you, and this site in particular, is good stuff for you to read, man. It'll educate you and help you be a better player in these markets. Matthew Peipenberg, who writes a lot of great articles, I really like this guy a lot, says a gold industry veteran acknowledges the market rigging. I think I just read this recently, but again, I recommend you read this on gata.org. Gold industry veteran Peter Hambro's recent declaration that the price of gold has long been suppressed. We all know this. A lot of people know this, but it's kind of interesting that the industry people are starting to wake up to this. Maybe the miners, another thing. Let's kind of read this real quick. Gold mining executive and trader Peter Hambro today reviews how the gold derivatives market racket, there he got it right, an enterprise of central banks, bullion banks, and futures trading investments says have rigged the gold market for many years using imaginary metal. Again, a little bit different than silver, folks, where silver is rigged in the COMEX, CRIMEX markets. Gold's been rigged internationally. If you want to know more about that, all you got to do is remember the price discovery for silver is pretty much set in the CRIMEX markets, in the CME-owned group manipulated markets. Gold is kind of a little bit different. It's set in international war markets, but here's a caveat, but whenever you hear but, maybe everything was before it was alive. However, that's even a better thing to say. However, gold markets, according to gata.org, are intervened by central banks, bullion banks, and futures trading investment houses. I wouldn't doubt that central banks all over the world, especially European central banks and central banks in general, and the Fed, are not playing games with the price of gold, only because gold benefits right now China and Russia, and if you're sitting at the Fed and you know that China and Russia are sitting on a large amount of gold and they're basing their wealth on a lot of that, and they're going to be going to commodities, well, how would you fight that? You would tell the price discovery people that set the price to manipulate the price down so China and Russia could not benefit from these higher gold and silver prices. But again, that's the conspiracy on my part. And I do believe that central banks, bullion banks, and future trading investment houses do definitely manipulate gold prices. Why do I believe that? Because they got fucking caught doing it. How many times now? They've actually got JP traders right now facing possible prison time, but they may not get prison because then they would take down JP Morgan. And as you know, JP's too big to jail, too big to fail. And I'm suspecting that these guys may get off only because judges in Chicago are probably easy to pay off, in my opinion. That's conspiracy as well. Hambro warns Vladimir Putin and Xi Jinping are amongst those who know the golden rule. Whoever has the gold makes the rules. So, given that the central banks and the commercial banks and the Federal Reserve understands that Vladimir Putin and Xi Jinping are amongst those who know the golden rule and own a lot of gold, wouldn't it behoove them to monkey hammer the prices of gold down somehow? But it's not going to work, folks. They can't even keep their own economies afloat, much less try to knock other ones down. If you think about this, the whole idea behind the sanctions recently was to knock down Russia's ability, their economic situation, to knock them down a few notches. But the sad part of it is all they've done is increased the value. Look at the ruble, up 4 times since the war has started there. So anyways, I don't have much faith. And again, what the fuck are they doing rigging prices, regardless of who it harms? I don't care if it harms Vladimir and Xi Jinping. It harms every other gold and silver buyer out there as well. But do you think these fuckers care? They don't. Woo! All right, I better calm down. See me? I'm getting a little bit, I need a vacation again. Let's move into yesterday's video, which was Where the Beef. I'd like to thank everyone for commenting. Hey, if you haven't had a chance, please hit the, my videos don't always come up in the feed, so please hit that subscribe button. Kind of lets me know who is watching out there. And like button, dislike button, hit whichever one you want. I'm cool with that. I'm good with dislikes as well. Just like to know that people are watching. And I'm not paranoid that people aren't watching, but it's kind of good to know that your advice is getting out there. Liquid Electrum, how you doing? Yeah, that was a cool ad as well. Silver Liner says, "I've ever noticed when the dollar index is so high, so is the gold and silver ratio is high." Yeah, the dollar index is actually, no, I didn't notice that. Good catch there, Silver Liner. I just saw the dollar index was high as 107, and then today it was like 106. So yeah, the dollar index is up, and and you're right. Coincidentally, the gold to silver ratio is up as well. But I haven't looked at past data to see if that's just like a norm. Kind of good spot though. Thank you, Strongman. I appreciate that as well. And this is a Monday night video, so definitely not a Sunday. The reason I did the Sunday night video is because I missed on Friday. You know, I'm trying to stay consistent here. I like consistency. Silver Chief says, spot pricing, Mr. Biden's 19% improvement, $19 spot, 119. Yeah, lots of 19 here, like partying like it's 1999 again, huh? LOL, great commercial. Yep, 24 karat. Linda Compton, you sound like I'm going to use a little wine I'm cooking. Oh, nice. Linda, cheers to you, and cheers to your dinner. Sounds like anyone that drinks wine probably is a good cook. I would assume that at least. Don't know where that came from. Thanks for watching. Dario, Jake Holst, and JTBS Physical Silver 100%. What's up, stackers? Well, that's it. This is Brian Kuzmar calling tonight's video. Not a lot to talk about. Best deals out there are still kilo bars, 100-ounce bars. Looks like 1-ounce bars are tightening up out there as far as availability, and so are 10-ounce bars. It looks like they're tightening up out there as far as availability. Does that mean that there's no silver? No, it doesn't mean that at all. It just means that the manufacturing, and there's big demand for 1s and 10s right now. You know how you tell that there's a shortage in silver is if you see 1,000-ounce bar premiums go. Once you see 1,000-ounce bar premiums go up, then you know that there's serious issue with physical supply. But no less, hey, think for yourself, question authority. I got to get no less out of my vocabulary. I say that too much. So no less, think for yourself, question authority. Have yourself a great evening, folks. And this is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals in beautiful Lauderdale by the Sea. If you live in South Florida, you can visit our store between the hours of 10 and 4 Mondays through Fridays. I am the place to go to. Got great deals on gold and silver. We'll beat all the locals down here, or as many as I can, and I know. And they're all good guys. Well, maybe not all, but most of them are good guys. And as far as the online guys, if you're looking online, I do beat APMEX, SD, and JM Bullion. And happy to beat their prices as well. So feel free to come in, and we can do that for you as well. Hey, listen, thanks for watching. Have yourself a great evening, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Good night now.